Hello everyone, and welcome to this moment as we get together to share the word of the Lord. And today we continue the gospel from yesterday, from Luke, and it says that the disciples of Jesus recounted what had taken place along the way and how they had come to recognize him in the breaking of bread. While they were still speaking about this, he stood in their midst and said to them, "Peace be with you." But they were startled and terrified and thought that they were seeing a ghost. Then he said to them, "Why are you troubled? And why do questions arise in your hearts? Look at my hands and my feet, that it is I myself. Touch me and see, because a ghost does not have flesh and bones, as you can see I have." And as he said this, he showed them his side, his hands and his feet. While they were still incredulous for joy and were amazed, he asked them, "Have you anything here to eat?" They gave him a piece of baked fish. He took it and ate it in front of them. He said to them, "These are my words that I spoke to you while I was still with you, that everything written about me in the law of Moses and in the prophets and Psalms must be fulfilled." Then he opened their minds to understand the scriptures. And he said to them, "Thus it is written that the Christ will suffer and rise from the dead on the third day, and that repentance for the forgiveness of sins will be preached in his name to all nations, beginning from Jerusalem. You are witnesses of these things." Beautiful. So the disciples, the Emmaus, they got back and they were sharing their experience of Jesus, and Jesus appears in their midst. And the gift of the risen Lord is peace. In fact, the first thing he said was, "Peace be with you." So peace is not something that we can accomplish by a treaty, by a document, but it's a gift from God. And to be able to receive that gift, we have to be open. We have to be following him. And he ate in their midst to show that he was himself, and not a ghost. But not only that, in the end he explained to them the scriptures. And then he said, "Thus it is written that the Christ would suffer and rise from the dead on the third day, and that repentance for the forgiveness of sins would be preached in his name to all nations, beginning from Jerusalem." And he said, "You are witnesses of these things." So we are called, you and I, we are called today to be witnesses of this Lord, the one that says to you and to me, "Peace be with you." And that repentance and forgiveness of sins to be preached, but we have to go to God. We have to get to the Lord, and the world needs more than ever the God today. So we are called to be witnesses of the risen Lord, the one that gave us that gift of peace. As he says today too, to you and to me, peace be with you. So let us make sure we are truly witnesses of the risen Lord in the world today. Let us make sure we do our part, and we are not afraid of sharing with the others the experience we have of the risen Lord. So may the Lord be with you today and bless you.